Hi everyone, today we're talking about JD.com. We're talking about this stock basically because it's down 8% at the moment, and year to date it's down 34%, so it's had a pretty big hit. I know a lot of my viewers in this video, my channel, do like a lot of Chinese stocks, and I know that a lot of people that watch these videos do like it when I cover these Chinese stocks. So we're going to talk about JD.com, if it's investable on this big dip, and just my opinion really, and if I would buy shares. So JD.com is obviously down at that price, $27 a share at the moment, and it's really struggled. And over the last 5 years, when you compare JD.com to other Chinese stocks like your Tencent, your Alibaba, it is quite far behind them. It hasn't got the gains at all. But if we look towards the analyst forecast, the analyst forecast still offer pretty good share prices. Obviously $54 is the highest, 32 is the lowest, and we've still got a lot of buy recommendations on them. Obviously JD.com has suffered massively because of the news coming out about the CEO and founder at the moment, and that is an allegation which does affect a stock massive. Obviously JD.com has struggled quite a lot recently because of the China trade war, which all the Chinese stocks have been hit heavy by, which is obviously a short-term problem that we all have that invested in Chinese stocks. It's not going away sometime soon, but in the long term it'll work out, so you can look past that. Obviously if the CEO has these allegations put towards him at the moment, that's a bit of a worrying concern. I mean, people should not be he should not be judged before he's actually gone to trial and everything like that. But it is a bit worrying that something like that comes out, and he's had previous something previously has happened. I can't remember when. I think it was 2009 or something. So there is previous of allegations like this, and with the company also being China based, a lot of the Chinese police records don't go public, so any sort of allegations in China will not be released. So it's something you've got to be really careful about. You know, one of the stocks that I used to watch all the time, talk about quite a bit on this channel, was Wynn Resorts. And when Steve Wynn got allegations and he got everything put towards him, that affected the stock price massive, and it still hasn't recovered since. And this is something that really could affect this stock price, and it's like at the moment JD is just sinking down massively. And eventually when we see JD hit that, what we call a waterfall, we have a slow slide, and then when it hits the waterfall, normally it's a good point to be getting in. It's getting the bottom of that waterfall, and hopefully you would see it level out for a little bit, and that's probably the right time to be investing into this stock. But we'll look at the fundamentals of the stock and if it's still investable to be getting into the stock. Obviously the Chinese trade war and the allegations of the CEO is something massively you've got to take into consideration. But JD itself is at a good price. You can't go wrong at $27. We talked about Canopy Growth the other day, which is a company that is currently turning over, what was it on the video? Was it 750 million? And we've got a company JD that is turning over 85.4 billion. So this is the kind of like curveball that I say to Canopy Growth investors. You've got two companies that aren't making money, but you've got a company that's making 80 billion and a company that is currently making 750 million, and one is like 3/4 the price of the other. Always risky when you're investing in stocks that are making money. I always say don't invest in stocks that make money, but if they're about to turn the corner and actually start making money, I do get interested in them sort of stocks. And if I was to now go into stocks like Canopy Growth, I'd have to wait until they actually hit profitability. I'll talk about pot stocks in another video a little bit later on in this week. But JD itself, is a company that's growing at 20% revenue growth. It's now going to be turning over 85 billion in 2019. The EPS is set to go positive this year, which will be still quite high PE, but it is going to make a positive EPS, which is a good sign. And another great sign to look at into JD is how they handle a lot of the delivery system and how it works. And also it's got a partner of Google that recently invested in June of this year, bought I think it was 550 million that was invested by Google. So when you've got a company like Google working quite close with you, that's always a good sign. I've always said that on this channel. You know, if a company's trying to buy a little bit of your company, there must be something going on that we're really interested about. So overall, my kind of opinion by JD is that right now I definitely wouldn't invest in the stock. It has a lot of problems. I think when you got a stock like Alibaba, that is a better buy in my opinion. But I'm not saying JD is a bad stock. I just think it has a lot of problems at the moment. When a lot of it settles down, the CEO, the China trade war, there could be potential for really good investment into the stock. To be getting a 20% growth, the EPS growth that it is doing, going you know, a neutral to positive EPS. What you can buy for $27 a share right now is a pretty decent opportunity in my opinion. You don't really see too many opportunities like this. I just think, in my opinion, the maximum amount of Chinese stocks I would like to have in my portfolio is one. I wouldn't like to have more than one. I would like to keep US companies invested for the majority of it. But yeah, I think in my opinion for JD, I would probably say that I'm not going to be buying shares. It is one I watch closely. These are quite a few things I like with it, but there's a lot of problems over the kind of coming few months. But yeah, if you were interested in Chinese stocks, maybe it's one that you hold off and then eventually buy in. But personally for me, I would pick Alibaba over this. But like I said, that's just my opinion. You guys are welcome to your opinion. I'd like to know your opinion. Comment it down in the video section below. Guys, give the video a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for all the support recently. It's been really good, and I'll see you on the next video.